After helping to take back the White House last year, a group of Charlotte voters came to me. During this meeting, they talked with me about their dissatisfaction with the current representation that they were receiving in order to really transform their communities. Before we parted our separate ways, they told me that they would do anything that it takes to make sure that I am elected into office here in Charlotte. That statement left me torn between two options. You know, should I live my life in Washington, D.C. as a political aide, or should I lead right here in Charlotte, North Carolina as a city councilor? That is why I announced my bid for Charlotte City Council 11 months ago. I've always told myself that I would never run for office unless my community wanted me to. Communities in West Charlotte have been continuously underserved by establishment political leaders like Malcolm Graham, and we need a real fighter for our people-powered solutions. I am a fifth-generation Charlottean, which means my family has lived to see the destruction of their beloved community, like Brooklyn and Cherry. Throughout my lifetime in Charlotte, I have also witnessed my own community obliterated, just like my grandparents did theirs. I listened to city council representatives like Malcolm Graham arrogantly dismiss the genuine, true concerns of working family communities with a snobby, classist attitude. I mean, look at his response to the Juneteenth event that happened on Beatties Ford. The lack of effort it took him to actually come up with something genuine to say to those families of the Beatties Ford 4. Since Malcolm Graham has slipped back into office, nothing has virtually changed except more housing insecurity, more violent crime, more time to wait on the bus, and more forfeiting having a job because we do not have the access. When I look at how the affordable housing deficit has grown from 26,000 homes to 32,000 homes, I think about the families who have been displaced due to Malcolm's inability to create an income-diverse neighborhood at the bottom of the Ford in West Trade. Whenever I am asked about why violent crime continues to increase in Charlotte, I often reflect on Malcolm Graham's inability to innovatively reform the 2200 block of the Ford. Not to mention, he even missed a crucial opportunity to use excess federal funding from the American Rescue Plan to reduce violence in the Beatties Ford corridor. When I hear about the massive amount of time you have to wait on buses to get to work or make appointments on time, I think about how Malcolm consistently hesitates to invest in us, but never hesitates to invest in economic development that only he and his partners benefits from. When I listen to people cry out for help to me about having to forfeit jobs because of how far they are located from our communities, I think about how Malcolm doesn't even know that that is a problem. To be honest, when is the last time that we've seen him other than when he's looking for a photo opportunity or doing charity from the dais? Since day one of the COVID-19 pandemic, I have worked on the front lines providing a solid vision forward to create an equitable, resource-based Charlotte. Even President Joe Biden agrees with me that the work I am doing right here in Charlotte is exactly what needs to happen in order to create a more triumphant and sustainable city. My NextStep Framework is a blueprint that provides a clear direction forward on helping communities experiencing high trauma heal from years of traumatic stress inflicted onto them by systemic disenfranchisement. It embraces housing for all as a macroeconomic strategy to address rent inflation. It shows how we can reduce violent crime without further militarizing our police department. It embodies the fact that equitable development calls for high-quality transportation investments. It prioritizes people over profits. I am the only candidate in this race that knows what it means and feels like to grow up in Charlotte. I'm the only candidate in this race that can bring lived experience to the dais. When I'm engaging with city staff at city council meetings, my perspective will be able to best guide them in making the best impact possible for communities in District 2. My NextStep Framework will continue to aid our city departments in gaining additional federal funds that will assist us in transforming our working family communities, because that's what it's all about, right? In the coming days, you will start to see our national, statewide, and local partners publicly support my bid for Charlotte City Council District 2. I mean, look at the pattern that Malcolm follows when he's in office. Look at the ineffectiveness that was done while he was already city councilor in District 2. Look at how many meetings he missed when he was state senator for us in North Carolina. And let's not talk about the congressional race that he ran twice, but never successfully completed. I urge you to become a grassroots partner of our campaign today by going to www.kendrickcunningham.com and tapping Contribute. This election will be won through our strength to rally our base and recruit volunteers who firmly believe that this is the time that we can truly transform working family communities with justice and righteousness right here in Charlotte. So join us.